90% of your daily decisions are not driven by cold logic, but by deep, subconscious emotions you do not even realize you are having. We pride ourselves on being rational, objective creatures, yet we are constantly swept away by anger, jealousy, and social conformity. To navigate this highly competitive world successfully, you must stop taking people at face value. You must learn to decode the hidden operating system of human nature. Robert Greene's foundational law is the law of irrationality. Our brains are split between the slow, rational mind and the fast, reactive, emotional mind. Under high-stress situations, the emotional mind completely hijacks our decision-making, sending our rational self-control plummeting to near zero. To master this, you must learn to recognize your own unique emotional triggers before they force you into making reckless, irreversible actions. Next is the law of narcissism. Every human being is naturally self-absorbed, viewing the entire world through the fragile lens of their own ego. Most people operate as level 1 narcissists, constantly seeking validation and misinterpreting the actions of others as personal attacks. The ultimate social superpower is shifting from self-absorption to deep, analytical empathy, allowing you to see through their eyes and predict their next moves. To practice this deep empathy, you must master the empathic listening loop. First, empty your mind of your own ego and judgments. Second, actively observe their micro-expressions and body language. Third, mirror their emotional state to establish rapport. And fourth, subtly validate their core insecurities. By doing this, you completely disarm their natural defenses and gain unprecedented access to their true motivation. The third critical law is the law of role-playing. People do not walk around showing their true selves, they wear carefully crafted masks to project power, confidence, or excessive humility. If you accept these calculated masks as reality, you will be constantly manipulated by bad actors. You must look past the social persona to find the hidden shadow self lurking underneath. Decoding this mask requires analyzing micro-expressions and body language under sudden pressure. When someone's spoken words say one thing, but their physiology says another, always believe the physiology. Watch for micro-tensions in the jaw, forced smiles, and fleeting glances. This timeline of physical cues is the closest you will ever get to reading minds in real time. Underneath the social mask lies the law of compulsive behavior. A person's character is never defined by their lofty promises, but by their deeply ingrained behavioral patterns. We are creatures of habit. If someone betrayed a business partner in the past, or folded under pressure once, they will almost certainly repeat that exact behavior when the same triggers arise. To protect your energy and assets, you must map the toxic influence metric. Watch how your emotional stability correlates with exposure to a specific individual over time. If their presence consistently causes drama, self-doubt, or structural chaos, you are dealing with a compulsive toxic character. Cut ties immediately, you cannot change their hardwired psychological program. The law of covetousness states that humans always desire what they do not have. Our desires are highly mimetic, we want things simply because others want them, or because they seem just out of our reach. If you make yourself too available and eager, your value immediately plummets. To attract high-value opportunities, you must master the art of strategic withdrawal. The strategy of absence-presence is simple but incredibly powerful. First, establish your high value through intense, high-quality interaction. Second, introduce a sudden, calculated absence. This creates an immediate vacuum of attention, causing others to obsess over you and value your presence infinitely more when you return. Controlled mystery is your ultimate leverage in any negotiation. We also suffer from the law of short-sightedness. Our primal ancestors survived by focusing on immediate, visible threats, which makes us highly vulnerable to short-term trends and instant gratification. This explains why people ruin decades of wealth for quick, risky wins. The modern master actively ignores the immediate daily noise and focuses entirely on the long-term trend line. To elevate your perspective, you must build a clear hierarchy of strategic awareness. At the bottom is tactical reaction, responding instantly to every minor crisis. Above that is operational planning. But at the very peak is long-term strategy, where you anticipate consequences 5 steps ahead of everyone else. Moving to this peak is what separates the chess players from the chess pieces. When you try to influence or persuade others, you run directly into the law of defensiveness. Everyone wants to feel independent, intelligent, and deeply respected. The moment you argue with them or point out their mistakes, their psychological defenses go up like an iron wall. You cannot force people to agree with you, you must make them want to bypass this defensive wall. Align your goals directly with their self-interest. Never ask for a favor based on your own needs. Instead, frame your request as an opportunity for them to look powerful, generous, or brilliant. When they believe the brilliant idea was theirs to begin with, their defenses vanish and they will willingly cooperate with your agenda. The final key is the law of self-sabotage. Your attitude towards life acts as an invisible, self-fulfilling prophecy. A hostile attitude invites hostility and resistance. A positive, open attitude naturally attracts opportunities and powerful allies. If you want to master the laws of human nature, you must first master the nature of your own mind by mapping your biases. To integrate these deep psychological laws into your daily life and become truly immune to external manipulation, you must transition from a passive observer to an active, strategic analyst. Do not try to memorize all these laws at once. Instead, master the ultimate framework for reading people by mastering the next blueprint on decoding dark psychology.